side of town. Here we are. Are we streaming? Are we streaming? Are we out here live? Peace and love to everybody out there. Everybody, welcome to Watch Me Work. It's February 12th. Watch Me Work. I'm going to be working with Photoshop, making various overlays to be used in upcoming live streams. That's there's your teaser. There's your teaser. There's what you've got going on. There's what you have to look forward to. There is this that I'm doing. It's this. Oh, I love this infinity shot. I love this friggin' infinity shot. That's great. Let's get over here. Photoshop. I am working over in Photoshop for the love, art, and music. We've got to get that put together. I need overlays. This is the background. Without all the words there, this is our background that we're going with, that we have up there. TWP Popcorn, peace and love. And so I'm working with these things up here. I think I've got a thumbnail made for this already. I should go see. I should go see because it's in the output directory. Here we go. Here we go. I know I have a thumbnail. It's just so I can refer back to this, because this is what we're wanting to give unified look and feel to. And for some reason it has that little one up in the corner, maybe. Is that the one I need to turn off? There we go. Turn that one off. Here is our thumbnail that we have that we're using for the show. And so the background for this program is going to end up being this. I'm going to end up using the words, try to use the words similar to how they are, but I'm going to have to pull the stroke down on them when I go to scale them, because that stroke is a little bit, it's a little bit out there. The stroke is not scaling down because I'm scaling the words, and it's not doing what I need to do with that. But I need to create some overlays to use with this, and I'll actually come back over to my infinity shot that I'm going to be running here, because I'm going to go with, if you look across the bottom here, these are the different patterns I have. I have this that has all the different ones here. This one would have the line down the center if there were two, and so forth. But I want to be able to utilize some of these out here that are going to have other cameras, and I'm going to end up adding my own other camera to this, so I can kind of see how it's going to end up looking with multiple connections coming through. But once that's all put together, then that should work. And then, so that way I can use for the love, art, and music, I can go ahead and utilize what we have set up in these dynamic scenes with overlays and video clips and such over here, without having to create pro scenes, because the pro scenes are going to end up, in order to do this show properly, those pro scenes are going to end up really creating a lot of headache. Going to end up moving a lot of stuff around and having to have possibly a dozen, if not more, pro scenes, and all those have objects that get loaded into memory, and it will end up bogging things down for me over here, as opposed to utilizing what already, because all the objects here for dynamic scenes, these are already loaded into memory, so I don't have to worry about adding additional. This is like the minimal that I'll end up working with. And then we have our actual resources that it has in these drop downs here, like video clips and overlays and such, like the burn one for the bills that we would use, the burn one for the bills overlay that we would use, the overlay that we use over there for Kurt Fest, with the setup so that you have the different hosts. So I want to get some clean stuff put together for Love, Art, and Music, which is our show that's going to be on Saturdays, and get those overlays put together. And then once those overlays are put together, I may create some overlays for over here in Watch Me Work, in some other areas, things along those lines. I'm not sure yet. But this is what I have planned for the day. This is where everything is going. Let me get back over to my infinity shot, and I'm going to pull my infinity shot over here. And let's see how our cats are doing. Let's look at our analytics. Okay, the last one got 109 views. It'll put it out another 300. I just have to wait. All good things to those who wait. Oh, all right. Here we go. So I've got, and that was where is it? Turn this on. This is up in the little corner. Now, what I'm looking to do here is I've got it against that background for now, but that background's actually going to be empty, and I'm going to just output these things as they are here, and they'll go over top of what we have. So the background, so I'm creating the separate layers. The overlays go over top of all the cameras, over top of all the other items on the screen, but the background is what's going to sit behind us. I can animate that background if I want to, but I don't necessarily want to add more to the mix right now. So I probably will leave the background without animation for now. Bud Files, peace and love. Cheers. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody out there is doing well. Hope everybody's having a good day. I want to get some sort of beat going on in the background here. I need that techno beat. I think that's what I need. There we go. What's that volume set to? I'll keep it. There we go. All right, so on these, I need to bring the stroke down on each of those, because these are shrunk down, but the stroke is not shrunk on these. So let's see what kind of stroke I'm going to end up with. Let me come here to the stroke. It's got a 10. I want to bring that down to a, no, that was more than a 10. I'm going to bring it down to a 10. It must have been a 20. I want to bring each of those down to 10. So I'm going to copy the layer effects on each one of these layers, copy layer style, and I'm going to go down to each of these and paste the layer style onto the others. Paste layer style. Let me get up here to the @ symbol and paste the layer style on there. Those look better. And now I'm betting that special guest, where would it be? Is it up here in this text? It's above it. Let me paste the layer style on it as well. Yeah, it already had 10. That one already had 10. I don't necessarily need this on here. I don't think I need with special guests on there. Love art and music. That way it's up in the corner. I'm going to turn that background on again to just look. Now, do I want anything over in this corner is going to be the other thing. Tori, peace and love. Peace and love. Hope you're having a good one. Hawkwin, cheers. Cheers. Creating stuff for our music program that's going to be on Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. Eastern. Love, art, and music. Ellie and I are going to be hosting this. She'll probably be doing some art during the program, digital art, and hopefully some musician friends of mine will be able to make it when we do it. But I'm doing the work here in Photoshop to put these out. This may be Randy Jean, cheers, peace and love. I'm making the I'm making overlays and backgrounds for Love, Art, and Music. That program we're gonna have this weekend. Let me bring this up to the top, up above those. Turn this on. This is the program. This is the thumbnail for it. So based on that thumbnail, I'm putting together the pieces that we need. I already have the background put up. Allie had created all of the stuff. Allie's the one that put all the art together and all that. I'm just busting up the file and then laying these words into other spots where we can utilize the... I don't necessarily want us to be smaller than we are in this spot, but I'm gonna shrink it up just a little bit more. So everything's kind of in a row there. Let me grab these. And I wonder if that's non-intrusive. That's out of the way. I think that might work. I should take advantage of this space over here, but we might do that with something else. I might have this as an overlay. This will be the basic overlay when there's nothing going on. And then I will create one that has this exact thing, and then the information down here below for Mr. Smith, or for Empirism, or for Michael Songs, or for Emotion New Soul, or Ian's Guitar Shack, or whoever it is that's able to make it on that evening. We're hoping to have a number of guests. Will Dick from the Art of Floundering podcast. Hopefully he's going to be making it. But I think this may be the starting point. I'm going to go ahead and export this because I'm going to start testing. Export this thing as... I think it's in the description of the video there, Randy. I'm not sure if... I don't see it getting dropped by Nightbot, so I don't think Nightbot's dropping it. Oh, wait a minute. Did Nightbot just drop it? Nightbot just dropped the Cash App. So there's a coffee and the Cash App there that Nightbot just dropped. Now, all proceeds are going to go towards weed. Just, truth be told. Tori hit me up, and Tori's gonna, as long as my guy comes through, Tori's getting me high as fuck tomorrow. I think this will work. Now, I have to export these as a PNG with transparency on. And I export them at full size, although I think I could get by with 1280 by 720, which would make them smaller, but I'm not going to worry about it. Export this as, and these are my overlays, so I'm going to call this overlay basic. I'm going to call this the basic overlay. And I want to add these into... I'm going to go ahead and add these into the program here. Let me bring this on over. And I want to come over here to my layers. This is how you end up doing this. First, I want to add the background. I want to add new background, and that background is going to be this one. It's the background I had made. I put it in place as selected. Let me then upload overlay, which will be that PNG I just made. Need to upload a new one, and it will be output lamb output. Here is the basic PNG, and so let me change my change things up here, and let's output this basic one and turn the basic one on. So if I were sitting here in this manner, that's out of the way. I need to see how it looks with 3 and with more. I want to make sure that it doesn't overlap too many people as things go on. We'll be using this overlay. That'll work. I kind of like it. I kind of think the basic is going to work. With Love, Art, and Music up above with this background. We'll have some banner running across the bottom. I'll cover that at some point in time. Yeah, this I think this works. I think this is going to end up working. And so now I need to get a couple of other devices, a couple of other cameras added into the system. I am going to copy the invite. I am going to go into a different window. I'm going to go into an incognito window here, and I am going to try to connect with it. So I've got another camera. And I'll probably do this with another one too. And if I could have 3, that way I see kind of how it will look and I'll know where on the screen to set up these other overlays. So right now in the background, I am connecting another camera using an incognito window that somehow has access to my camera. That's interesting. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's do this. Let's join. Let's see how this works out. I'm gonna end up hearing myself too much. I thought I clicked join. Oh, it needs a name. And I want the camera off too. And the speakers, the output. I'm gonna send the output of this not to my voice meter. Yeah, default into there. So I can turn that down. That'll work. And interestingly enough, the camera's accessible by multiple. Other West. We'll call this Other West. Bear with me here while I try to add a second me. All right. All right. I think I have this going to the wrong spot, so I'll turn that. That's muted. I can add that to the scene, so now I've got 2 of me here. This one's coming through a little bit slower than the other. But if I come to this, I should be able to see the space that I have down below to make another overlay and work with this, because this is the other one we will use. Will be where we have the main person who's actually performing here, and then sometimes the person performing will end up being large, and we'll still have our overlay over top, which will work. But I'll create one of these now that has space down below for information about Mr. Smith, information about whoever, whatever we're putting in place. And then I also want to see when I have a third one how high it blocks me off from up top here. So let me add one more. Camera to this thing. Let's put this as this one. Let's see if this works. have access to the camera? Will there be 3 of me? Will this actually work? I am uncertain. It's trying to do this. I'm trying to add a 3rd camera, a 3rd instance of the camera, if you will. It doesn't feel like it wants to have access to the camera. It's looking for NDI camera 1. Let's see if I can pull up OBS camera. Shit, I can. That's awesome. And I will set this over to aux. I'm going to send both of these over to aux. That way I should be able to continue to listen to my stuff. So I need to come back over here and I need to set this guy's audio to aux as well. Alright. Okay, now I can hear the music, and I've got these others going, and I'm gonna call this one 3rd West. Other West, and now 3rd West, because I want to try out the layouts here. Alright, let's add 3rd West onto the shot. Here we go. There are 3 of us. This is not too bad. This is not too bad. So if we had 4, 5, 5 would probably make it even shorter going across. But I would have to grab, I'd have to figure out. I can do this. I totally know I can do this. I can share screens from multiple other things. But so if I go to my large one, they're going to be over there. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. So this should work. This should end up holding it together. Okay, I'm just looking through these to see. And there is a, I don't know what that does. Does that do anything? No. I'm trying to see if there's a, should just go back on these. Okay, so that position, that should work. Now I can put items over in that upper right in the position where that EV Mux is, and we can actually make whatever it is even larger if need be. But I'll want to create possibly an overlay for there. I don't think we necessarily need one. But I do for this. And I wonder if I can utilize this space up here at all as a part of it. Since this is going to be how it's going to look when someone is playing, either this way or going straight to something like this. Either way, this will work. Okay, I'm going to back out with that guy. I'm going to now back out with this guy. All right. I got those guys out of the way. Let me close those windows. That is handled. Okay. All right, I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty good about the way this is going to work out. Now I just need the space down at the bottom. And it looks like this height, that's the height, because this is the normal. Here's when they're actually working, but it's going to be over a little, so I'll have to have I'll have to create something for down here. All right, let me get myself situated to get over and do this in this file here. Mr. Mickey, cheers. Peace and love, everybody. Covered by CQ, cheers. I'm sorry, I was I'm off trying to do things here with this do things here with EV Mux, make things happen here, and just get ourselves ready for this Love, Art, and Music, which is going to be on Saturday. I should change this back for now so it looks correct. Let me come back over to this and turn off that overlay, because I'll load all those other overlays into it afterwards. And for now, I am going to be working over here in Premiere Pro, or Photoshop, working in Photoshop to get stuff going. Hope everybody's doing good. Is it still daylight? Yes, it's still daylight. Do I need to feed kitties? Let me see if I need to. Because, you know, I never know. Are the kitties out there? I don't see them. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so I have this here, and now what I need to do is I need to define where my area for the overlays for the talent is going to end up being. And to do that, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to choose the rectangle tool. I'm going to go ahead. It's white and black. Let me just define one here. Well, that I really expected better out of that. Let's go with a black stroke on top of that thing. Make it better. I don't know. So it's got a black stroke of 1. Let's make this more like 5, 10 maybe, 10. Okay. Let's round those corners. Where's the rounding? Here we go. Let's round these corners on this thing. Cheers, Mad Labs. I'm creating overlays for the show. Let's see. Now this background, if I go back to the background that we had, I want to see where this layout falls on this background. If I'm in this position, I'm looking at where the bottom is, and it's right above where this, let me put the background on this screen so I can see. Come on. Do what I said, thing. There we go. Alright. So it's even with this here. I'd want to move this down and probably make this larger. Probably make it something like that. And this should be, let's see, because this comes up into this screen about this much. Alright, this is I want to export this just for a test, just to see how this goes. So let me say export as. I'm going to once again export this as a PNG with transparency because it's an overlay. Export it, and I'm going to call this OV_test because that's what I'm going to use it for. Alright, and I'm going to come in here to my overlays inside of inside of StreamYard. I'm going to come to my overlays and I'm going to add a new overlay, upload a new one. And the new one I want to upload is the test. Test is now there. And so it's going to take up. Now this screen is over to the side when I have another camera. I'm going to do that one more time with the other camera. I'll just keep one of them set up. Control V. Bring in my second camera. Come on. Come on. Yes, you can use the camera. Yes, do it. Get my audio settings to where they're going to the right spot so I don't interfere. Send it over to auxiliary. Alright. Come in with my second camera here. Oh, I gotta get it a name. Second West. Second West. That'll be the name. Okay, I'm adding a second camera. I'm testing layouts is what I am. Is what I'm doing. Here's that second camera. Oh, that looks almost centered on there. It's not bad. I do notice, though, up here at the top, that I need some sort of white outline or white border underneath here in case it is dark. I don't know. I don't necessarily have to have it. So this could be what's playing while there. I could have their details on here. They're actually going to be playing their instrument or whatever. It'll take up that much room, which isn't too bad. And I can bounce between this one and this one. The basic one that has no information up, and then every now and then pop theirs with the information up. Yeah. Now, the other thing is, can I take advantage of, do I want to take advantage of this space here? I could have their name and their, if I set up two areas, I could have the name and address here, and down below could be a description and an image, something like that. I don't know if it's too much added up there, though. I'll see. I'm going to have to make one for several different people. So we shall see. Is that muted? Am I getting a terrible echo out there? Have I been killing you guys with an echo? I have no idea. I may have been. I apologize if I was. I am muted over there now, so we'll see. But this kind of layout should work. It's what I'm thinking about doing. I don't want it to go all the way to the corner. That's the thing. I want to think about what I want to put in that upper right corner, and I'm thinking about having something that just spans here, so that it's so that we have the width and we have their information up above. Okay, good. Yeah, I had two mics. The second one over there, it had one on. All right. So if I set one up there. Now when I'm trying to judge where things are at, you can see on the pattern, the background pattern, there's a little bit of the blue right above where my white is. I can judge where that spot is, and then judge over here to the right by looking at patterns to see what it comes up against. Right up against that blue there, and just right over from here. That'll give me a right-hand bearing for that thing. Get over here into back into, what is it? Photoshop. Let me get back into Photoshop. Bring this on down. I'm doing it. I'm getting it. So we'll have another one up here. I'm going to put the, show the background so I can tell where the, I swore I clicked on that. It should be on. There we go. There we go. So as I look at my screen right below here, here's the height where it needs to start. And then to the right is going to be right about here. Right about here. So right across this area. Let me grab another shape, and I'm actually going to start from the bottom corner. Oh, and I did the wrong thing. Control Z. Lock that in place. Let me add a layer. And let me select shape. I don't want to go from, again, I'm looking over here. Right about here. Export test 2. No. Turn off the background. And let's just export this. I'll worry about those in a bit. Just trying to come up with the spacing again. PNG, export, and more right and left than anything else. Test 2. Save. Let's add test 2 into our overlays section. So now I've got both of those. Let me go back to this. And, oh, hang on. Test 2, add it in. Test 2. Okay, it can come down a little bit. It can come down a little bit and be a little bit taller. And so it can have their name in it. I need to figure out what color scheme I want them to be. That's getting close. That's getting close. Come back over. Why is this lagging so bad? All right. All right, I'm going to bring it down just a wee bit. I'm going to bring it up a wee bit. Check this object down here. It's got 40, or is it 60? Might be 60. This one up here. Let me try 40. So they all changed to 40. That might be right. And I can change the stroke down to 5. 5.00 is probably a better number. 5.00. So both of those. And then I want to think about color. I got to think about color, and I got to think about how that's gonna go together. Because that's a little taller now. I don't need anything up there to the right, I think. Unless I went all the way to the right. I should mess with text. I should mess with text in it. That's what I should do. We'll see. We'll see. I'll figure out what I'm doing. Oh, I still have two cameras. That's neat. And it'll be coming over here, of which we would obviously switch to basic. So I go between basic and then whichever one, basic to, we switch over to this camera, and then I say, and now let's listen to Mr. Smith, and I let this thing go. I don't know. I don't like it overlapping and then not overlapping. It's like they both either have to, I don't know. And Mr. Smith has a bunch of stuff on his, so I may want to cut this down and make this one larger. I don't know. It could all be screwy. I probably need to go grab some. I need to grab actual information that I'm gonna put onto these. Let me say screw it. Let me say screw it. And let me have a. Let me turn this off and let me have a roach. I'm gonna have a roach check. Let me get back to where I've got nothing on here and get back to the watch me work. All right. And that's second me over there. Say hello to second me. Dun, 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 dun. This lighter's out. Of course that lighter's out. Oh, and is my other lighter somewhere else? Are you shitting me? That's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. There we go. There's just enough to light this. Alright, so working on those overlays, getting those overlays put in place. Yes, Michael Songs, cheers. Say hello to Second West. I'm trying to set up the overlays that I want for the show because of the way that we're doing this. I'm going to be using these standard setups along with the backgrounds, and then a basic overlay here for the love, art, and music. This will be with, everybody will be on that side when someone's performing. They'll be either in this here with an overlay that has details about whoever is performing with this, or I'll end up just leaving it like this and then popping them up every now and then for full screen and then back to this. So I want to create the overlays for you, for Mr. Smith, for Emotion New Soul, for Mike Molino, for all you guys that might show up. The ones I'm going to be sending invites out to. I want to make sure that I'm probably going to, this is going to be a larger box. It may go all the way over to the right, but I think, I'm not sure if the cameras go all the way to the top and bottom, and I don't want to have that. But probably name, probably YouTube channel in the larger section up here, and then maybe, schedule information, something like that. I don't know. I haven't figured it all out yet. I'm a little thick. But once those are all in place, and then we're all set for Love Art and Music this weekend. Here we go. You can never have enough Wes. Tidy Wes. Hey Wes down there. Hey Wes over there. Tiny Wes. Oh. Ow, ow, ow. Burning myself. That's not good. Yeah, it's the bad one. It's the bad one. That's the bad one. Now I'm working these overlays. I'm kind of enjoying. I kind of like this, and then I think it'll be okay. I had tested 3 cameras, and it only comes up, to about the bottom of the Love Art and Music for the top row here. So it's not too bad when we get more people up here. Oh yeah, I that's the thing I really enjoy. I enjoy seeing myself. It's nothing like a good reminder, a good reminder, because that's what I need, those positive. No, I think this is going to work. I think swapping between this and then this when we have somebody playing to give us what we need. Everybody's camera fitting down that edge. Just got to play with colors. Play with colors and what images I want in these shapes. Probably end up putting the profile like the profile image, right about here, and then some details going out. I don't know if I need them both. I might get rid of that, and I might just put it down below. So it's the profile page, who it is, the @Michael Songs, whatever the is for the channel and everything. Have that contact information down here, and then maybe a line, lives every such as I don't know. I need to work on color. And I need to, when I go to do that, here's the thing. I know that Allie's going to have an opinion. I know that Allie's going to have an opinion on colors. She's going to have some things. Well, this is Allie's stuff. This is Allie, and Allie's going to be doing live artwork during the show. So that's going to be another thing. She's going to end up probably doing live digital art, and we'll be sharing that. So that'll be popping up in the large screen at different times, because we do art streams over there. She uses Fresco, Adobe Fresco with a pen and all that, and does some real neat stuff there on the fly. And of course, she also paints. She's done that over on Gary's a number of times. Let me get rid of this. I don't need that guy anymore. Let's close that. Don't need that guy. That's all right. Oh, this music's getting me. I don't think I can listen to this much more. I think it's I needed that. I needed a moment without that music. Okay, so these overlays will end up being the basis, but I know she's going to want to have a say in what goes into and how we end up filling up the space that we have between these two areas. And that should be easy enough. I'll probably hit her up with that this evening. I think we're going to be doing a stream over on her channel where we'll be we might actually be working on these overlays. I'll be working on them, but have her actually putting some of this art together in the overlays. I'm going to play around with some fonts and fill in for that, and try to make up the list of the people that I know I'm going to be sending emails to. Make sure that I've got each one of those kind of put together first and everything to see how that goes. But these are all for the show that we're going to be doing on Saturday. It's going to be the Love, Art, and Music program, Saturday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Uh, Inviting musicians to come up and join me for the time. I want to have these overlays so it's going to look sharp and everything. But we'll run that up until GMA and then send everybody over to GMA's afterwards. Since the puff rallies are done, since the Bills are out of it, football's over for the year, I want to keep going on the Saturdays at that time and keep things going. But try to have it just be a party, a nice, fun show. Just a easy going, good time. So everybody just enjoys themselves. You know, that sort of thing. I want to make sure it's something where everybody has fun. Speaking of having fun, I've been eating Chips Ahoy. I feel like I need to share that. I've been eating Chips Ahoy and I'm feeling good about it. The Chips Ahoy are working. These overlays, I'm kind of happy with it. I'm kind of happy with it. I can get rid of it for now and go back over here to the watch me work. I need to work on some things for that, but I like that. I like what I've come up with. Let me check the time so I know I'm okay. Okay, I'm not in bad shape. I've got a call at 8, so I'm good. I've gotten that done. Tonight over probably, I don't know, it might be 9, 9 to 10 o'clock, sometime around that time. But I'll be over there with Allie. She and I are probably going to be, unless she's got baking to do, we're probably going to be working on some art. I'll continue working on this, but I want her input in colors and other things along those lines to match. And because she's got a great bug flying around. She's got a great eye for that sort of thing, and so I'm looking forward to that. Otherwise, I hope everybody out there is having a good one. 11 p.m. this evening. 11 p.m. over at Axe and Nacho. There is an open mic. Open mic at Axe and Nacho's place, 11 p.m. Eastern Time this evening. That'll be a 4-hour, maybe a 5-hour event. Always a good time over there. I hope everybody has themselves a fantastic evening. Tomorrow I turn older. So stay tuned tomorrow to see how I deal with aging, because sometimes people don't deal with aging all that well. Wormstrong, cheers, peace and love. Peace and love. I hope you're doing well. Peace and love, everybody. I'm gonna call this one a night, and I'll see you over at Allie's tonight. Otherwise, I'll be doing a coffee with Wes at some point tomorrow, a birthday edition. Cheers, peace and love, everybody.